Hi, everybody. It's been a long time since I've done one of these no-seum videos. I've been thinking tonight about worms. You know, worms are, ugh, they're icky. And the weird thing about worms, a lot of them, not all of them, I don't think all of them, if you chop them in half or fours or something, they're all going to be alive. But there's quite a few kind of worms that if you cut them in half or cut them in fours, all four parts are alive. It's like that worm is like four worms now. Four new worms, all different worms. And it's like they were all in the same body before. And so I got to thinking about why they wiggle around. And it's because there's so many of them in there, they don't want to let any one of them have control. It's like, no, it's my way or the highway. It's like, fuck you. I want to go this way. And the other one's like, no, I want to go that way. And this one's like, I just want to sit here. You know, I don't want to go anywhere. Why do I got to go that way or this way? Fuck you guys. I just want to sit here. And I mean, so it's got to be really, it's like probably like paranoid schizophrenic people. There's so many people inside of them. It's like, who's in control? Or is that multiple personality people? Maybe that's multiple personality people. They have a lot of different people in them. Sometimes only a couple, but then the other ones are hidden. They don't tell you they're around until they like murder you or something. And then it's like, hi, ha ha ha. You never knew I was in here. And you're like, yeah. It's like, how do you know anybody is who they really are? I mean, when they're around you, they're this way. But you don't know how they are when they're not around you. You're not there. Unless they're videotaping themselves all the time, and then they're not really them either because they're pretending because they're on video. So now they gotta look cool. Hey, yeah, I'm on video, and I don't want people to see my shitty self. There are some people though that will film themselves doing horrible things, and they're even proud of it, which is horrible because you shouldn't be proud of that. I'd be ashamed. I wouldn't be filming it if I was doing something terrible. I don't want anybody to see that I did that shit. I didn't even want to see that I did it, but then I did it anyway. You know how that is. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I guess I'm gonna do it anyway. I got told not to do it, and people warned me I shouldn't do that if I told anybody. But if I didn't, I just did it anyway without telling anybody, because that's the kind of person I am. It's very confusing. It's like maybe I'm split personality. Maybe there's a bunch of me's in me. Maybe if some I don't want to find this out though. I'm not chopping anything off to see if it's going to grow again. And that's the other weird thing. I would love to be able to regenerate, but if one of my limbs got cut off, I don't want it to be alive by itself like worms. I don't want it to now have a personality and it's running around and there's now two of me, but one of them's a leg. Or is it going to grow a whole nother me? Hopefully not. It just stays the leg if it got chopped off, because if it's a whole nother me, that's even worse. But it is kind of bizarre if it's just a leg. I mean, how's it going to talk? Is it going to kick you to get attention? Is it going to toe tap and you have to do Morse code with it? Or is it going to grow some lips? I'm not quite sure. It's a bizarre idea. Oh, God. The whole, the whole things I've been talking about's weird. Just weird. But that's the kind of person I am sometimes. Just weird. You know, I've told you about the universe and all that other stuff, you know. So if you didn't learn anything from me before, you're not going to now either. So don't worry about it. It's not like you're going to come out going, I feel 10 times smarter after I heard her. She's got so many great ideas. Hi, kitty. Tiger, don't be biting my face or anything. Get away from me. Um, but I forgot my thoughts. That's Tiger. He thinks love is to come up to you and bite your cheek, or he'll bite me at the same time. He's like clawing me with his claws. I don't know why he wants to bite me all the time, but he thinks it's fun to take nips at me. You're a strange cat, you know that, Tiger? Yeah, that made me lose the whole podcast I was doing. I didn't even have a thought about what I was going to do anyway, but now the whole rhythm I had of what I was just starting to do is now gone. It's gone. And I feel so not bad about it. I mean, these are for me. If anybody else enjoys them, because I put them out there on YouTube, which I don't want to do Instagram, and I don't want to have a Twitter account. I think I just started one the other day just to be able to see some funny videos some other people posted on it. But I don't want to learn how to break into Kias or Hyundais or do some stupid uh, what do they call those? Not contests, but they put people out there like eat Tide Pods and put your head in a bag and try to breathe, which you're not gonna do very well. Yeah, or just hang yourself by a rope or some other stupid shit. It's like if you haven't watched enough TV and read enough articles in newspapers and either seen it happen in front of you if you happen to be unfortunate enough to have that happen to you, but I mean, there's just people are stupid, beyond stupid to be doing this stuff. I mean, I want to live. I want to live forever. I know it sounds weird, but I don't want the end of the world to ever be there when I'm there. But maybe hopefully I can find out it's going to happen and if it's really going to happen. And maybe you have to wait till it happens. And then by then I'm going to be gone with the other people that get into the natural disaster and go, ah! I don't want the world to end. There is no other world that I know of that we can go to. I mean, not a one. You ever looked at the moon? Does that really look fun? I mean, Pink Floyd made the Dark Side of the Moon song, and yeah, the song is good, but I mean, the Dark Side of the Moon doesn't look too hot. And, and I mean, and then when you get into the parts that are in the sun when they're closer, they're a lot hotter. And there's no air over there. So unless we learn how to not breathe and be alive still, we have to find a planet that's got air on it. And unless somebody knows how to generate air for a planet that doesn't have any, and remember to get away from the boiling ones and all the other stuff I talked about before. But I mean, and until they do that, we got no place else to go. If you think you got someplace to go, then share it with me because I'd really like to hear where you think we're all going to go once we destroy this planet or something else destroys this planet or it just ups and spills its guts out and we lose the core and there's no ship that was built by our stupid governments. They're too busy fighting shit. So there's no doomsday vehicles for us to hop into, people. And it's going to be like those movies. If there is any place for anybody to go to stay alive longer than anybody else, it's either the government or really evil rich people. You know, and I don't know any of those people. They didn't come over and say, "Hey, I got this diabolical plan that when the planet ends, I'm gonna get off of it, and you're fucking, you're fucked. You know, you're just gone." And I mean, are you gonna be gone quickly, or is it gonna torture you? You know, are you gonna be able to be really lucky and not feel it, and it just happens like it just squashes you like a tomato, and there you're gone, and you never they'll never find you again because you're, you're I don't know how to reconstitute that. So you're gone then. You're just gone. Just like bye bye. And I'm just not ready to say goodbye. And I mean, there's more people. The older you get, there's more people that you hardly know because they're gone now. They're all dying because we're all getting old and we only have so many years and if we screw with them too much, then we don't have that many years left. So, and I have no crystal ball, and I don't want to go in to see some psychic to have me tell me exactly how long I'm going to live. Now, the only way I'd like it if I went to a psychic would be if they told me I was living to be like 110, and then by then they're going to have a cure for living, and I'm going to get to keep going. I don't want to know. I mean, what if they said, "Hey, you're dying next year, so you're spending this year off screwed up about it, and you can't live because you're too afraid you're not going to be living, so you're not living anyway. So it's a vicious circle. It's a terrible vicious circle. Oh God, I'm warped, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just a warped person. And then I lose my train of thought. I have some kind of memory loss or losses or complete total annihilated. I have no idea. I know I enjoy living. I know I have days where I wish I could be gone, but not like really gone, just gone someplace new and exciting, and nobody wanted anything from me, and I could just enjoy the moment. And then I think sometimes I'm too lazy, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm not gonna get all dolled up. And the older you get, guys, it's really hard to get dolled up. You can't see anything. And so to go fix yourself up, and everything's thinning and changing, and it's like your resin. I mean, they're gonna if somebody pours resin when you first make it, it's just flowing all over the place, you know. And that's what's happening to our bodies when we get older. They don't stay in the places they used to be. They're wandering now. They decided they've had enough, and they're all gearing up to say, "I'm done. I'm taking a break." And once they take a break, we're all taking a break. So that means there's no more me. No more me, me, me. I'm gone. Put. Kaput. You know, gone. Terribly gone. I don't know why I like to say terribly. Maybe because nobody says it anymore. At least not the way I do. They might use it like, oh, that was terrible. But I use it, it's more terrible, you know? It's really terrible. Well, guys, I'm tired, and I am wandering now. My mind's going. I've been staring at this tree over here while I'm talking to you guys, watching the shadows from the bush that's right next to it, and then the floodlights on top shining, and so I get to see all these shadows of bush leaves on the tree. And I got raccoons out here. I got a cat in front of me, Tiger. I got deer that came earlier. I have 3 bucks and 2 does. I think they're does because they don't have any horns right now. And one's kind of little. It's not a baby. It's not like a baby fawn. It's more like a teenager. And I don't know if you call them. They just automatically become a doe when they're not a baby. I don't know. That's for doe experts and buck experts. Because I can't get close enough to look at the back of them anyway, so I can't tell what they have. You know, with a deer, their tail's always moving all the time, and I haven't gotten any binoculars to like zoom in on the area and go check it out for real. They're always turned facing me, facing our house, because since we're over here, they want to make sure they keep their eye on me, so I don't really get their tail too often facing my face anyway. And the bucks are more skittish. It's typical of a guy. They'd be more skittish than a girl. And I don't mean skittish in a girly way. I mean skittish in a manly way. Whatever your skittish is. Tiger. Did you hear that? Say hi. Say hi. Meow. Can you say hi? Meow. What? You say hi? You're normally talking up a storm. And you have to be quiet when I'm doing the podcast, right? Oh, now you're. Don't bite my face. You can sniff my face, but don't bite my face. Yeah. Well, good night, people.